Here we go. You were about to discover the... Hello, cow. Can I go by? Did you see that cow give me the chin lift? And here we are out of the desert, actually in the pine forest. They say don't pass gas on the BDR, and it's funny. So this is where you get gas. It's closed. There's no gas in Lowman. Tavern closed, liquor store closed. I don't suppose you take a card, cash. Somebody commented on a post I did on YouTube last night saying, yeah, the Idaho BDR is just a bunch of switchbacks up to a beautiful view, and then a bunch more switchbacks down to a beautiful river, and yeah, definitely. Huh. Idaho, spectacular. We were all the way down in the very bottom of that, like a mile ago. Massive, unbelievable, fantastic, super. The bus! I found the bus! This here is the Tetanus Express. Yeah, so I forgot to mention this morning, there was a fire, like right on the route. I can imagine how cool this view is, normally. Lorn's bike's overheating. Radiator overheated, or overflowed, which is not good. So my strategy that I always advocate for, it absolutely falls apart in Idaho. Good morning, friends. I am here in Jarbidge, Nevada, which is the start of the Idaho BDR. We're about 8 miles south of the Idaho border, and this is a very interesting little town. We're excited to ride the Idaho BDR. I've done all the ones close to Oregon, except this one's my last one, so excited. It's long, 1,200 plus miles, and we have 7 days scheduled to do it. I've been told both that that's plenty of time and that that's nowhere near enough time. So we're going to find out. Today is day 1, section 1 of the Idaho BDR. We rode through most of it yesterday, actually on the way down here. So it's a lot of just open desert for like the first 100 miles or so. So kind of eager to get through that and into the actual woods and forests and the beauty of Idaho. But I'm here with Lorn on the Ducati, and we're going to meet up with Jeff a little bit later today. But first, breakfast and all the joy that comes with that. But I have to show you our accommodations. It's a little dark. People are still sleeping. Look at this living room. And this is our room that we shared, the two of us. Exactly like your grandma's place in 1984. I'd show you the bathroom, but I think there's somebody in there. It's definitely like hostel style. But yeah, I'm gonna get the gear on the bike, and then we're gonna go to breakfast. So for this trip, I am riding the Tuareg 660 that Aprilia so generously loaned me, and 1,200 miles on a press bike is a lot, so kind of them to trust me enough with it for that kind of mileage. It seemed like a good opportunity to get my hands on one, get some miles on one, and do a review at the end. And it was 10 hours out here of riding, and it's 10 hours home, so it's nice to be on a little bit bigger bike with cruise control for that kind of mileage. The cruise control has been very nice. So far I'm happy with it. Suspension seems good. It's fun to ride, just enough power without being too heavy. No problem passing people and stuff on the road here. But anyway, I got to show you Jarbidge. So this is the trading post. Not open right now, but that's the little store. This place is a trip, man. It's totally worth coming down here just to hang out for the night. They have a cool little bar/restaurant. There's one gas pump in town. It's just neat, and it's in the middle of nowhere, like 40 miles from anything. It's like 25 people live here all year, and that's it. And they just have everything they need and nothing they don't. No cell phone service, nothing. But they do have a giant shovel. So who needs cell phone service when you have a giant shovel? Can you dig it? There's an outhouse right here. There's the outdoor inn. That is the bar, restaurant. There's a gift shop. It's also a motel. It's where we checked into the motel. And then I just want to show you the gas pump down here. It's kind of cool. Everybody just gets around on golf carts and side-by-sides and ATVs. And here's the gas pump. So there is one gas pump here in town. It's a one-horse town. It's not even a stoplight town, because the road isn't even paved. So anyway, Let's go get some breakfast. I need some coffee like real bad. There's a bunch of groups here that are starting the BDR today. At least 3. One couple, 2 up on a Tiger 800. They stayed at the hotel with us last night. And then a few other groups that I've seen. Yeah, KLR, that got that group. Husky 450. So my guess is we're going to run into each other a lot on and off on this trip, which is cool. And look, it's like wooden sidewalk. Like, it's legit like Old West. You pull up, you just tie up your horse. Situation. It's a trip.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. Appreciate it. You want a little more?
I'm good right now. Thank you very much. Yeah. Coffee's like from Jet Propulsion Laboratories. It's like rocket fuel.
Strong. We actually put meth in. That's how you wake up so quickly. All right, we have begun. We are officially starting the Idaho BDR, Section 1. Here we come. Jarbidge, thank you for your hospitality. And it was great hospitality. What a cool place to hang out. Totally worth a stop. I legitimately think that. It's like meeting people in a place like this restores your faith in humanity to a degree, which we all need from time to time. So it rained a little last night, which is going to be good for dust. But a lot of rain here is very concerning because the soil turns into alkali clay and becomes part of your motorcycle in a bad way. So we're happy it stopped, but let's make some miles, get through the desert before it gets super hot. That's the plan. So the Idaho BDR is 1,248 miles or something like that. I just talked to the guy who's actually ahead of us on the route. We may see him again. He said he did it on his own in 5 days a few weeks ago. So I'm guessing, since we're not going to do a lot of side trips because the plan is to try to complete the route, I'm optimistic. I'm not going to say for sure. I'm optimistic we can do it in the 7 days we have budgeted. If I need to go an extra day, I can. But I have a dentist appointment like on Wednesday, so I got to get back for that. But we'll see how we feel when the time comes. For right now, just enjoying being on another BDR. And I'm excited you all are here with me. Look, we're catching our friends. That's KLR, I think. It's KLR, KLX. There's a KTM. There's a pattern here in this group. Oh, shit. I'm going to run over that branch. That'll be fun. Yep, there's a KLX. Oh, we can pass the whole group here at the bridge. Great. Perfect. Perfectamundo. Bye, guys. There's really cool rock formations in this canyon. Like up there. Neat. A natural bridge there, a little arch. Pretty cool, Brad. Pretty cool. Some really great looking camping down here along the creek. Just outside of Jarbidge, there's a couple campgrounds, little campgrounds. So if you don't want to pay for a hotel, plenty of places to camp right here on Section 1, it looks like. That's just one of, there's at least 2 or 3 of those little campgrounds, and then just a bunch of random dispersed spots down by the creek like that. Gorgeous. And then you climb up out of the canyon to the high desert, and it's going to be about 80 miles of nothing. It's a stark scenery change. You're shifting biomes, as it were. Explore mode is actually not terrible. The TC1 hasn't been. So I'm playing with it for a little while just to see how intrusive it is, but easy enough to just pop it over to off-road mode where the TC is all the way off. Just like to see how it does. Like that, you come up and you are on the high desert plains. I see a little bit of rain clouds, but nothing concerning. Cool. And straight out through the desert for a ways. Just look, horizon to horizon. It's just flat. Not the rest of the route is not like this. This is very Eastern Washington vibes. Eastern Oregon too, just sagebrush and cattle land, you know, but it's just today. Color changes are definitely something to be scanning ahead for, because up here in the high desert, sand patches just appear, and you know, if you're cruising along at 60 and you're not ready for it, that can be really bad. And you know, a freaking antelope or I saw a cottontail a minute ago, something could jump out, so
You can make good time on these long straight roads, but you got to see there's another patch. See where it's a different color. So when the road changes color, you definitely want to just make sure you're double checking, yeah, as you're approaching it, because could be a different soil type, could be wet, could be anything. So eyes up, look ahead, even when it's 10,000 miles of a straight line like this. Anyway, picture this, but for another hour. And I'll spare you most of it, unless something interesting happens. Yeehaw. Hello, cow. Can I go by? Would it be cool if I... Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, darling. That's a girl cow. It was utterly obvious. Let's see what's over this hill. I'm gonna guess it's more grass and a long stretch of desert road. Oh my God. Nailed it. Nailed it! So good at guessing things. Man, it's just close encounter after close encounter. Hi, yep, thank you. I acknowledge your existence as well. Just don't make any sudden moves. That's all I ask. Did you see that cow give me the chin lift? Straight up chin lift. She gets it. She understands. She's one of the bros. I mean, to be fair, it is like their road, so we're riding through their territory. Not the other way around. I'm gonna go this way, okay, cow? Okay, thanks, cow. Appreciate ya. So we're out of the desert onto the pavement. Seems like it's about 15 miles to Glenn's Ferry. So survive the desert. Let's find some gas and maybe some lunch. We have found Glenn's Ferry. There's a gas station on the map. I'm gonna stop there and get petrol, but that is section 1 done. We left at about 9:30 this morning. It is about 11, so pretty good, pretty fast section. That's nice. On to section 2. Make some real good progress today, which is good because if we're gonna get it done in 7 days, we have to average about 200 miles a day, so yeah. I don't know what this guy's doing, but I know he's not gonna take this because here I am doing it.
Jeff's here. He didn't want to join us for the most riveting part of the trip.
All right, we're officially a trio. Headed to section 2. It is 12:26 p.m. Day 1, Idaho BDR. My hope is, my belief, what I think is going to happen is we're going to get out of the desert here soonish. I'm looking forward to that. Right onto the dirt. We're like 3 miles out of town. That's nice. Is it going to be more desert blasting? At least it looks like it goes up and down more, so that's something. We shall see. It's dusty as shit. Glad I'm in front. Thanks, boys. Oh yeah, there's definitely some sand. Hey, look, one of our friends. Yeah, this is sand. Okay, cool. I love sand. Oh, me. Yeah, and there's like zero contrast, so I can't tell. If it's deep or not or what. Intrepid Explorers, I like that license plate. Cool. Hi. This is a big group. Hell yeah, Honda. Yeah, 450 RL, let's go. Look, trees, we're getting close. We're getting close, it's a good sign. I like to see trees. That means forest is coming. Like we're on this for a little bit. See where it goes. The scenery has begun. So it's been pretty fast so far. We're 41 miles, 42 miles into the section, and average speed, according to the Aprilia Tuareg, has been about 47 miles an hour. So the first hour out of Glenn's Ferry is fast, but look what we're doing now. Take it easy on the corners. When it's, you know, the consequences for failure are kind of severe, it appears. Holy shit. Yeah. Wow. This is like Utah. Utah. Look at that. Gorgeous. And we're going down to the dam, pretty sure we cross it. So that's where we're headed, then we follow the lake on the other side. Very cool. Very cool, bro. It is 87, so thankfully below 90, so wind chill still helps a little, but it's only gonna get warmer today. That big group just passed us, but it looks like they're stopping at the dam, so we're gonna be leapfrogging each other the whole trip, I bet. I betcha. Pretty cool. Look at these guys. That guy's taking a pee. Ha ha. I'm gonna film him. Oh, stop. There's a red light. What the hell? It's a little bit of a height difference, one side to the other. Oh, pothole in the dam. Holy shnikes. This is us. Infrequent winter maintenance. Yeah, I bet. Oh, there's slides we can stop and we're going down a slide. Sick. There's a big slide right there on the back side of that building by the dam. That must be what they mean. I know you can see me. Really? Really? Straightaways aren't long enough. Yep, because of that right there. That's why. Wow. What lane are you in, dude? A lot of traffic on this road. And that guy was all the way on my side. This is why we ride right, you see. It's Sunday, so take it with a grain of salt, but there's a ton of traffic on this road. And it's all tight blind corners, so take it easy. Look at this. Probably not so bad during the week. So we're about 8 miles from Pine, which is the last town before the end of this section. So I guess we will see about provisions there, and I don't know, I was hoping like we'd hit a town around dinner time and then we could just go find camp after. It's only 2 o'clock though, so probably not gonna eat dinner right now. We might be able to make it to Lowman tonight, I don't know. I'm a little worried about hitting that bypass at a super inopportune time and then not like losing a bunch of time. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's the joy of this whole thing. You don't really know where you're going. But you know, absolute worst case, I make a dehydrated dinner at Trinity Lakes and bask in the gorgeousness of that cool place. So that's the next stop. So we just passed the town of Pine, and I had a suspicion that a town named Pine was probably pretty close to the forest. And here we are out of the desert, actually in the pine forest, surrounded by pine trees. So that's good news. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're 20 miles from Trinity Lakes, which is one place we thought about camping tonight, but I'm gonna see when we get to the turnoff how we feel. We are halfway through, a little less than halfway through section 2 right now. And there's a bypass coming up that I just, thanks to the guy in Jarbidge, the guy on the Tiger 800, because he happened to spot it on the website like 3 days ago. So apparently there's a closure up here. Look at all this camping. It's a ton of camping. There's a closure on section 2 on the backside, like as you're coming up towards Lowman. So I managed to find the intersection and mark it so we can avoid the closure, because I guess there's a lot of backtracking involved. So we will have to skip the last, 30 miles of this section and head out to the highway because we can't get through. So I'm glad we knew about that ahead of time instead of going up and having to backtrack. But that situation is exactly why you should always fill up your tank whenever you get a chance. They say don't pass gas on the BDR, and it's funny, but also it's so that if you get turned around or you get somewhere and you can't get through, or there's a log across the road or whatever, then you have the fuel to get back to where you need to get to. So we just filled up in Pine, even though we needed about a gallon each, is all. This is much better, and I think it's mostly this for the rest of the time, so pretty happy about it. Beautiful. And there's water everywhere on this route. You're like always near water. At least so, I mean, not in the desert, obviously, but section 2 for sure, and based on what I've seen in the videos I've watched, seems like there's a lot of water access, which is awesome, especially in the heat of the summer. That road is fun. That was a fun little section. This is beautiful. Yeah, it's scenic as hell, I'll tell you that. I'm impressed by that so far. The trailer just went by and apparently ran Lorn off the road and didn't even stop to help. What the hell, dude? What a dick.
What do you want to do? You want to try to lift it and spin it, or you want to try to go? Let's just get nature. 1, 2, 3.
We got old Jeff the Narwhal here. I predict that thing is not going to last very long. Rocking on the Pan America. That's got to be the one that lowers itself because it's got about 3 inches of ground clearance right now. I'm going to try and take it easy around these corners since that guy tried to kill Lorn. At least we're almost to the turnoff. Yep, see? At least that guy's on the right side of the road. We're almost to the cutoff to Trinity Lake. I have to assume that's where most of these people are coming from. So hopefully when we get past it, the traffic will get a little lighter, but man, you gotta be on your game. Defensive driving out here. A lot of traffic. But damn, the sights are pretty good. So we just had to make a call because that was the turnoff for Trinity Lakes, which in the movie, in the BDR film, they stay there. It looks amazing. But it's like just early enough that we don't really want to stop. So we're going to continue on to Lowman, deal with that bypass today, and then maybe eat food there, and then go find a place to camp. So we're going to push on. Maybe get 2 sections done today. That'd be good. Good timing, good pacing. So we got to average 200, which we're probably at about, I don't know, doing math right now. Not in. Actually, we're at about 200 right now because this section was 158 and the first section was 110 and there's 70 left. So yeah, we've hit about 200. Good, we'll get ahead of the game. I like that. Gorgeous out here. You can tell it burned not that long ago because there's no big trees. It's all little stuff. So there's not a lot of shade. It's interesting, kind of like a lot of the NorCal BDR, there was just huge swaths of just new growth recovering forests, which is what we're seeing here. We're up on the ridge. It's beautiful. Some gorgeous country out here. I'm really enjoying it this second half of today. Really enjoying it. It feels comfortable and familiar. Like, look at this. Spectacular. Like, gorgeous, man. Oh, yeah. I like it, Idaho. I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh, what do we got here? Looks like a vista. Hasta la vista, baby. Holy shnikes, dude. Wow. Yeah, there's a vista. Huh. Damn, Idaho. You pretty. You pretty. It's pretty. Maybe we'll get more of it. Pretty view. The boys don't care. They're locked in, focused. Crushing miles. It's their only goal. It's poor forest. Sad to see. All burnt up. Oh, hawks screeching above us. Wow, that was cool. That was like straight out of a movie cliche. beautiful panoramic vista. You hear a hawk screeching. It's two red-tailed hawks just floated right above me. That was fun. Yeah, definitely kind of more chewed up from the rain along here. There's another one, another hawk. They probably like the lack of trees. It's easier to find the mice and stuff they want to eat. Man, look at this. Idaho. So cool, dude. Let's see our road. Yeah, the road's getting a little chunkier, for sure. Not super hard, just not the fast, flowy cruising we were doing. There's more rocks, and there's some sand mixed in, so. Oh, that was not great on the side of the tire. Wow, cool rock formation down there. Wow. Neat, dude. Little chunky. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's real chunky, actually. Actually have to stand up a little bit today. A couple interesting rain ruts you had to, like, dodge over. Yeah, like that one. I go right through it. Yo, yo, yo. Turn left here. Turn left here. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, switchbacks. Look at this. Tight, bro. Toit. I've not seen a car since Trinity Lake, so it had to have been where all that traffic was coming from. That's where we came down just now. It is about to get real switchbacky. I'm guessing we got a pretty tight descent here. Yeah, look at that. That's our road. That is a hell of a switchback. It's a good one. Oh, and here comes a truck. Wow, this is some road. Let's see what this guy's gonna do. Whoa. I don't know what you're doing, buddy, but I don't love it. Well, I can't get around you there, so I'll go this side if you come. Yeah. Thanks. Just like didn't do anything, which is not a response I expected. It was just like, oh, that guy will probably just reverse up the hill on a motorcycle. Anyway, this is a fun road. Look how switchbacky it is. See, there's the rest of it down there. Definitely dropping a lot of elevation right here. If you can see the road, kind of, but like right there, Lorn's on it. Definitely coming down quick. Hopefully Jeff got by that guy. Definitely not moving as fast as we were this morning. So we're gonna get in a little later than I expected, but I think we'll be okay. It doesn't get dark till 8. Only 4:20. The temperature went up 7 degrees in the last like 10 minutes, but we're down by the river. Gorgeous. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The vistas, the water, the Idaho, so pretty. So I feel like we're gonna move a little faster here. We shall see. I don't need to be in 4th gear though. See what road we stay on this time. Amazing. Man, so pretty. I'm excited to swim on this route. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. We are BDRing so hard right now. This is exactly what you come to a BDR to see. This is an absolutely gorgeous stretch of road, and I've passed like 4 or 5 amazing campsites. So we are 40-ish miles from Lowman. If you want to do this route yourself and you want a gorgeous dispersed site by the river, there's a ton of them in this stretch. But we have committed to making it to town and then maybe try to hit up the campground outside of town when we get there. So we're not going to take any of them this time, but just so that you know they're there, there's a ton of camping along this route. Well, we've left the really nice Riverside Road behind. This is definitely a secondary road. It's not as smooth. I wonder what we're in for here. It looks like a lot of switchbacks, so we're going up. It's hot. There's no shade right here. It's lame. I love shade. It also looks kind of sandy. This is not helping us make good time. Oh, it's steep, dude. It's steep, dude. There's the boys. Here we go. 2nd gear on this thing is bomb. It just tractors. I like it. I can go up to like 40 if I want to. It's very useful gear. Yeah, it's real switchback. Holy hell. There's a lot coming up. We're definitely doing some elevation changes. This is an interesting road. It got a lot hotter too. It's 85 out here. Sand. Came up a ways. This is a camping spot if we need it. Oh, we're still going up, dude. Gotta be near the top though. You can see it. And it looks like tight switchbacks on the other side. Bike's getting warm. Almost to the top. I've said that before and been wrong, but I just don't see much more mountain above me, so we have to be almost there. Oh shit. 2 behind me. This is the opposite side of that ridge. Like we just came over the top and now we're going down. Look how much more green it is. Gee, I wonder where the rain shadow is. And it's a lot cooler on this side. Well, it feels cooler because there's shade. It's crazy the stark difference just after one ridge. And we're back in the forest. steep downhills for a while, I'm guessing, based on the road and the switchbacks I see on the map. Yeah, ooh, deep rutted. Wow. Yeah. 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 We officially made it to Lowman, which means Section 1 and Section 2 complete. That's like 270 miles today. So there's no gas in Lowman, and the store is already closed at 6:30. So we're going to push on to the hot springs, which is only like 3 more miles, supposedly. Lauren's very excited about hot springs. I'm very excited about food and lodging, mostly. 24-hour gas, that's what I like to see. It looks like this is home for the night. The river is right down there, but there are sites closer to the river, but we can't ride down there, so nobody wants to haul their shit down. So we're not going to. Tried to get fancy and almost fell over. That would have been fun. A little taller than I remembered. That was a long day. Almost 300 miles. Lauren thinks I'm talking to him. I'm always talking to you, buddy. So here's the camp. Nothing fancy because, yeah, just found this good spot right by the highway. But it's right on the river, and we were going to camp down there, but you can't take motor vehicles down there, and none of us wanted to haul our stuff. So we decided we'd just walk to the water and camp up here. But yeah, almost 300 miles today. So we probably won't do that again, but off to a good start. So I'll just catch up with you guys in the morning because I'm tired and don't have anything compelling to say. So
That is a nice chair.
oh, this thing, and it's half the size of all my other ones.
Did you get that from Nerd?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, speaking of Motocamp Nerd,
I'm gonna have to sit in that.
I just want to say thanks to Motocamp Nerd for sponsoring this video on this trip. Thanks, Jeff. I didn't even pay him to do that. He just knew. He just knew.
Well, you know, when you need to upgrade your stuff, that's the best place to go.
Everything there is going to work. You know it will.
Tried and true.
Okay, I just saw Lauren's boots, and I thought he was like bent over super awkwardly inside his tent.
I'm doing yoga.
Yeah.
This is my morning Pilates.
So I made a full video of everything I brought on this trip, and I'll link that for you if you want to see like the individual gear list. I won't run it down for you in these videos, but testing out a few new things from Motocamp Nerd. This chair is one of them, and tried to go, believe it or not, doesn't sound like me, but more compact this time. So I was like, what do you have that packs the smallest? So I got this Moonlight chair, the Nemo chair. It's half the size of my other chair. I got the Maxi Pot that you saw instead of the Jetboil. It's about 2/3 the size. Brought the Nemo Tensor sleeping pad. It's the smallest packing sleeping pad. Got the Ember Down quilt. It packs down a little bit smaller than like a softball size actually. So all good gear from Motocamp Nerd, and he's been sponsoring the channel for a while now, and I obviously work with him closely because I make content for his channel. But if you need motorcycle camping gear, the world's largest and most carefully curated selection of motocamping gear is at motocampnerd.com. So all the camping gear you see me using in this trip came from him. So if you want to, if you need to see it to believe it, well, you'll be seeing it a lot. It's what I use, and there's a reason. He's only got good stuff.
So the next section 3 is like 92 miles. So obviously we'll finish that today. And then, I say obviously, I shouldn't, I'll jinx this. We'll probably finish that today. And then that section after that is like 200 miles. But halfway through is the hot springs, Bergdorf, I want to say, the ones I stayed at in the BDR movie with the cool, like, swimming pool. So after like scrambling to find a place to stay today, we're thinking we might just make that a destination and have a relaxing evening, get a little soak in. We'll see how it goes, but that's the idea. Got to see some of the sights. We got to make miles for sure to get done in time, but doesn't mean you can't enjoy a spot or two along the way. We all woke up. Well, Jeff, what time did you wake up?
Like 5 o'clock.
Yeah. What were you doing for an hour?
I was just trying to dry stuff off.
I was watching you.
Looking
I can
through
watch
my
people
open
sleep.
tent window. You sleep pretty. So yeah, I woke up about 6, I think, and Lorn stumbled out about that time too. Hey, you guys remember Jeff? What's your channel, Jeff?
ADV Agenda.
You should follow him because his wife said when he hits 10,000 followers, he can retire. So, we go follow him. All right, pulling out of camp. I'm gonna go on ahead because I got to take care of some business at the campground down here. But she was a good one for the night. I've definitely slept in worse. Not bad for a last minute kind of. We grabbed it because it's all we could find. Kind of a cool spot, but let's go see what the day holds for us. We're out headed to section 3, which goes to Yellow Pine this morning. That's only 90 miles, like I said. So we may end up doing more than that today. I hope we do, otherwise we're going to get off pace, but I'll catch up with you when we get back on the route. Disadvantage to dry camping is you can't fill up your water, so we stopped here in Lowman, purchased some, because there's no spigot nearby, but that's okay. I would rather have less money and more water in basically every situation, so got to fill up the hydro packs. Oh, and I got apple pies for breakfast, because nutritious trail food. So Lowman is not a big town. It's like a restaurant and this store. They don't always have gas, but the hot springs does, and it's 24 hours, and it's just down the road. This place just opened at 9, and it was closed when we got here yesterday at 6. So if you do the route, don't count on being able to resupply in Lowman unless it's the middle of the day. Just a heads up. There's a Forest Service campground, like a mile down the road, Mountain Home or something like that. It has a pump, like a old school pump well. So if there's 2 of you, you can do it, but one person would be hard pressed to fill up their water. All right, here we go. And right on the dirt, hey, gotta love it. Gonna switch modes. I hope I have to pull over. Oh, just kidding. I just hit the button. Why isn't every bike like that ever? I don't know. All right. $38, 38 miles to Elk Creek. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, so forgive me if I'm an idiot today. Or every day. What's my excuse most of the time? I don't know. We're off. I will say this. I was thinking at camp last night, as you sometimes do when you're laying in bed, not falling asleep because it's too hot. And I think what's remarkable is I barely looked at what's coming up today. I looked at the section because I wanted to have a rough idea of how long we're going to be on it and where we were headed. But in my first 3 BDRs, so Oregon, Washington, not in that order, it was Washington first, and NorCal, like I was poring over the map, getting on the website, reading the description of each section, because I was just super anxious about riding the terrain that was coming and knowing if something difficult was coming so that I could worry about it all day and stress about it. And Colorado, I didn't really do that. I asked, we had a guide though who could tell me, and I knew that the complicated stuff wasn't coming till the end, but even then I wasn't super worried about it. It's just a remarkable difference from last year. And I'm not trying to sell you this training, but it's 100% because I did the XT ADV training twice between the last BDR and these 2 that I've just done back to back, and I'm just so much calmer and more confident that whatever we find, I may be speaking too soon, I could be proven wrong on this trip, but at least in my head, I'm confident that whatever we find, we'll figure out a way through it. It helps that I know that Idaho is not very difficult, like for sure, but I knew parts of Colorado were difficult, and I was still just like, I was more worried about being tired than about crashing or not being able to do it, and it's just a marked transformation,
and it's in large. I mean, I'm not going to say that all the experience. I get to ride a lot more than the average person. Like, I understand that. That definitely helps. But the training made a massive difference, and it's. So if you're just wondering if getting out and training on a dirt bike can make you feel better about riding an adventure bike, it absolutely can. And if you don't want to do that one, like I did that local training with Shane Watts, that was super helpful. But get some training is what I'm saying, because I'm just so much more confident and relaxed. I'm having more fun on the trip, and I think I'll be safer because, I'm just better at attacking what needs to be attacked and getting through it. Another amazing campsite, unbelievable. And they're like marked, like dispersed sites that are like marked. It's interesting. We don't really have that in Oregon. Just free. Huh, I like it. Way to go, Idaho. Anyway, just what's on my mind. Damn, look at that view today on day 2 of the actual BDR. Is I'm not shitting my pants with anxiety, which is a remarkable feeling to realize that you've grown and gained some confidence. It's awesome. I wish the same for you. So cute. No, get off the road. Get off the road. Hold on. Wait. Hey. Mama ran off over here. I just don't want him to get separated. Are you seeing this? Obviously, because I'm filming it. Oh my God. What are we doing? What are we doing, Idaho? Oh my God. Yeah, okay. I gotta stop for a sec. Oh, I gotta stop for a sec. This is ridiculous. Wow, that's a great shot with the road. Nice, dude. Yeah, it's unbelievable. We were just down there. Wow, this is nuts. Super cool. And again, I'm sad this is all burned, but the views. Silver lining. For sure. Like, this is the kind of shit, like, when I heard that Backcountry Discovery Routes were a thing that existed, like, this is what I wanted to see. Just, like, the epic vistas in between places, on a cool logging road. I don't need it to be the hardest riding ever. That's never been something I'm looking for. I mean, if the hardest riding, well, not the hardest, if harder riding leads to cooler views, then cool, I'm in. But, like, I don't need it to be difficult for the sake of being difficult. I just want to cruise through epic shit like this. I'm like trying to film sparingly because I don't want to, it's a long trip. I want to fill up these cars. There's another one of those things. But like everything's so awesome. I just keep turning it back on. Like I want you to see what's up around this corner as much as I want to see it. That doesn't look like there's much in the way on the back side here. Holy shit. I just can't even. I can't even with you, Idaho. I can't even. Wow. Just wow. Amazing shelf road after amazing shelf road. Yeah, there's Deadwood Reservoir. Yep. Wow, it's huge. I had it marked as a place where I wanted to camp on this trip, but we're hitting it at 11 o'clock in the morning, so I don't think we're going to stop there. But they stayed there in the BDR movie. I marked all the interesting spots they camped at, just in case. But we're at least going to get to see it. It's pretty, I bet. We're about 4 miles out. There it is. There's Deadwood Reservoir. Big one. Nice. Looks like it's been out of the water on this end for a while. Must be a seasonal thing. Got a few of those at home. Another little campground, right on where the water isn't. There's a toilet, if you're into that kind of thing. Generally, I am. What did I say about gorgeous water and scenery on this route? Because, man. There you go. Is her? She won't land. This is the dark side of content creation. So much for autonomous drone. Don't you have a remote, or can you tell on your phone? Yeah. So he's regained control at least, theoretically. Okay, I'm trying to film you landing this thing. It just won't land. She's like, no, don't touch me. Oh, oh, that would have been so bad. Would it have recovered before it hit the water? Oh, we got a water crossing. A couple of them. This one doesn't really count. Oh, actually, it doesn't even look like you need to go through it. Huh. I mean, I'm going to, but you don't need to. Fun. Good times. That's the first water crossing so far on the route. Looks like that road got washed out not that long ago. There was a huge, like, rain pothole back there that I hit way too fast. Had to tell the other guys to slow down. That doesn't seem good. That thing looks like it rolled. It definitely did. The hood is all crushed in. That's no good. Hope everybody was okay. Don't see that every day. It's getting warm. We're almost to Yellow Pine. I'm starving. I didn't eat dinner last night. I was too tired to deal with cooking, so I just ate jerky and a power bar. So my last actual meal was yesterday morning in Jarbidge. And for a man like me, of my rotundity, that is unheard of. So I would like to get some food. I'm excited about food. We can't be more than 10 or 15 miles out now. You're not going to believe it, but another incredibly beautiful river. Like, just look at this pristineness. Alright, Yellow Pine. Looks like it's about 4 streets, so I knew it was a small town. Man, I hope they have a restaurant. I know there's a store. There's a puppy in the road. I like that. This is a tiny little town, for sure. They have a liquor store, though. What else do you need? It's for sale. It's a business opportunity. There's a tavern. Does not appear to be open. Soft serve ice cream. You had me at soft serve ice cream. If nothing else, I'm gonna get down on some of that. Is it open? Tavern closed, liquor store closed. Whole damn town's for sale. Yeah, not open. Well, I'm not super keen on sitting outside, but it doesn't appear we have a choice.
Do they have gas here?
There's a sign that says fuel right there. So yes? I don't know, everything's closed. So, the only thing open in Yellow Pine is this food truck, but they have all kinds of stuff. Mexican, Philly, I got a burger, obviously, because that's what I'm feeling. We can get gas here, apparently. Meat Lover's Burger. That bacon cheese.
Bacon, cheese, and tots.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so thankful something was open here.
Hey, how are you? I don't suppose you take a card. Is it cash? Yeah, that's fine. I have some. I just always ask. Shouldn't need much more than a gallon. I'll take it. Ooh. Okay, yep, that's full. Oh, sorry. I'm breaking stuff.
It was 2.5.
Was it really? Damn. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. We did go 100 miles. I just give you 20 even? 2.5 is... Yeah, that's 20 even. Okay, that's not even a good... I thought I was being nice. Thank you. So we just met up with the guys who were with that Jeep I found rolled on the trail. That was their support rig. They were doing the BDR, a bunch of them from New Zealand. They had 2 weeks blocked out to do it, and they might be calling it because they had some bad luck. Are we going this way? No, we're going straight. Okay. Yeah. So we're leaving Yellow Pine. Cute little hamlet. Didn't buckle my chin strap because I'm dumb. So I need to do that, probably. All right. Section 4 of the Idaho BDR. Full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and I'm wearing sunglasses. Huh. Idaho! Spectacular. Dude, so gorgeous here. Unbelievable. Great riding. Seriously. What time is it? 2 o'clock? Put in a solid 3 hours of riding. See, we're not going to finish the next section because it's 200 miles to Elk City, but we could do half of it, get to Riggins, or we wanted to stay at the hot springs, the Bergdorf hot springs, that are in the movie, but you have to book 2 nights and you have to book ahead of time. I just got on, there was Wi-Fi at that little restaurant, so we will not be staying there because we are not going to book 2 nights. So that sucks. That really screws you out of a lot of BDR traffic. Maybe that's the point? I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure it out. There's a few other things around there. There's a campground right there. We just turned off towards Warren. The road got noticeably worse. Mostly just embedded rock, nothing crazy, but you can't go quite as fast. Have to stand up here and there. But it's also, a much narrower, 2-trackier road. It's eerie riding through this burned up forest. Yeah, see, this is just chunky. Yep, just chewed up. So this will be an interesting climb, I'm guessing. Our speed is going to come down some as we head up to Warren. But hey, it won't be boring. You might say this road is toe up from the flow up. Yeah, definitely some chunk. When you get in a smooth section, you sit down, you come around a corner like the switchback I'm about to hit, and then moss chunk. Did not need to go into first for that. Hey look, more chunk. And I've seen enough traffic that I don't want to be super committed to the left side in a situation like that, because somebody could come around the corner. So sometimes you got to take the shitty line. It is what it is. Yeah, wow. So that was Elk Summit, I think, or we're getting close. That's what the road leads to. I didn't see a sign. I could look at the map, but I'm not going to at the moment. There's a lot of climbing. And now we're headed back down to Fawn Meadow. Yeah, wow. It's so much greener on this side. It's crazy how that is. All right, the road is getting interesting. More interesting than before. Interestinger. At least that last section was. It was super loose. Huh. Of course, I turned the camera on and it's fine. Definitely steep. I guess never mind, because now it's graded. Maybe they didn't get down that far. A lot of tight switchbacks though, you see this? We are going up. Yeah, somebody got off into the ditch there. I'm about to follow them. Well, that section was weird, all washed out. Oh yeah, we're up high. That's cool. Look at that scree slope. Dude, cool. Wow. This is Elk Summit. Ask me how I know. There's a sign. Yeah, there's a sign. There's a sign that says so. Cool. I'm gonna take a picture of that. We're definitely off the pace a little now. The road up to Elk Summit, and as you can see, back down is just a lot slower going. It's just been real chunky and like tight switchbacks. You can't really get any momentum. Like here's another tight switchback around this corner theoretically. Well, even this isn't great. So we've only done 40 miles since Yellow Pine, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we might have to reevaluate and get down off the mountain and try to get to Warren, but if not, there's a campground between it and us. So that could work too. Or just pop a squat somewhere along the trail. See like this switchback? Yeah, it's just slow. You just can't go fast. But the views are not terrible, huh? Don't hate that. That's where we're at right now, and it's warm, but we got rained on a little on the top, so that was fun. The temperature's coming back up, it feels like. It's just a little cloudy, which is nice, actually. I'm enjoying that. So we'll continue downward. Hey, it's the abrupt edge from the movie. It's like, yep, that's pretty abrupt. Pretty abrupt. One wrong move and you are in the drink. Well, that's a cool bridge. Oh, I'm getting in this water, boys. I'm getting in this water, boys. I'm going right there. It's exactly what we needed when we needed it. There's a fun little chunky section right here with some sand, so. Should be waddleable, though. Shouldn't be too bad. I just want to see the Harley come up it. Come on, Lorn, get it! Yeah! Lorn got it. I told him to get it, and he did. Good job, Lorn! Yeah, tractor that shit. Nailed it. We were all the way down in the very bottom of that, like a mile ago, maybe 2. I'm afraid to get too close to the edge. All the way down there where the houses are. Just came up so fast. It's quite a road. And we're still climbing. Somehow. I didn't look at the elevation. But we've gained a lot. Try not to commit to looking down too much because it's pretty loose right here. And I don't want to take any chances. But geez, man. This camera will not show you the scale. I've never seen anything like it. Outstanding. Breathtaking, really. What we're dealing with out here. Okay, well, we're going to try to get the hell out of the mountains. Oh, not all the way. We're going to try to get to Warren. See what the situation there is. It'd be neat if there was some kind of store where we could get supplies or a restaurant where we could eat dinner. Or both, and then find a camp spot. It's already later than we wanted it to be, but the only campground or camp spot we've seen in the last hour or so was right on the river where it was 96 degrees. So I would rather keep riding than stop and set up camp there, for sure. So, I'm not sure how much farther Warren is, but I don't think it's super long. We'll find out. Let me tell you what I've learned about this trip so far while we look at the gorgeous canyon as we come up around this other corner. So my strategy that I always advocate for is bring a couple emergency meals, but you don't have to pack a whole ton of food and other stuff because you can always just stop when you get gas to get that stuff. And that strategy has held true on the California, NorCal BDR, on the Oregon BDR, on the Washington BDR, and the Colorado BDR. It absolutely falls apart in Idaho. You can usually find gas. We haven't had a ton of trouble finding gas, but finding a store that exists at all, or maybe there is one and it's not open, like what happened to us last night, that is just not guaranteed. You're not stopping at AMPMs and Arcos and 7-Elevens, Chevrons out here. It is remote. It is these one-horse towns with one gas pump, or like earlier, literally a giant tank that you just go into somebody's backyard and they pump it for you. It's a little different. So finding ourselves less prepared, or at least less comfortable than we'd like to be. We're fine. Like if we had to pull over and camp right now, we could get through the night. I still have 3/4 of a gallon of water in my water carrying pouch, and I have a couple dehydrated meals. Like we could get through the night easy. It's just, it hasn't been like the stop for lunch and eat awesome food every day and then stop again for dinner because there's always a restaurant or something nearby situation that I was anticipating. Okay, it looks like the road is a little straighter from here on out, so I'm hoping it'll be a little faster. But yeah, I'm learning this one the hard way. Remote, I didn't understand, because like on the other routes, you go up into the remoteness, but then you come back out to get gas, and Idaho's just remote for really, really long stretches, and there just aren't a lot of services and resources, so be prepared for that when you come out here. Maybe it changes as you go farther north. I kind of doubt it, but can't speak for that part yet because I haven't done it. But hey, we are on day 2, section 4, trucking right along, lugging the shit out of the engine for some reason. It didn't like that. Made it to Warren. See what I mean about these remote towns? It's just, and I don't even mean one-horse town like derogatorily. It's just, this is the definition of that. Like, I got Slaughter Creek. That's not Slaughter, it's S-Laughter. It's just small on a dirt road, you know? Crazy. I just don't have a lot of towns like this in Oregon. At least not that I've been to. Just don't get this remote, I guess. This is the place where they bring the mail in by air, I think. Oh, please have a store or a restaurant or something. There's a stage. The bomb shelter. I see beer. Okay. Bomb shelter, like the name of the family, but also like bomb shelter. Yeah, I'm in. You've sold me, I'm convinced. Bomb shelter it up. Let's do it.
Everything you need. You got some cold drinks, you got food, you got beers, you even got local beers. There's a phone booth. So if you want to change into Superman.
It doesn't work anymore. They tried to take the guts.
I'm not surprised. But the booth is here though. We ordered the famous, well, 2 of us did, the famous steak fingers. That's what they're known for here. Mm-hmm. And garlic tots. Oh my God. This guy got a BAT, got avocado in there. It's so much water. This place is an oasis. Thank God for the bomb shelter. Bomb shelter, must stop in Warren. Must stop. Great food, great people. And they have all the supplies you need. They let us fill up our hydration packs, which is the most important thing. But what a town.
Water's filled up. Oh, delicious warm food. I drank like 7 glasses of water. Yes, perfect. Thank you, Warren. You were exactly what we needed, exactly when we needed it. That worked out great. And now we will find the camp.
My new theory is if you drive far enough on the Idaho BDR, you will find an amazing campsite and it won't take long. This is a great campground. The beautiful river right over there. We got ourselves a nice shady spot. And yeah, this is it. This is home. A little bit earlier than last night, so we got more time to set up, which is good. So, like I said, there's a full gear video if you want like an in-depth rundown of everything I brought, but you shouldn't have to sit through a 15-minute video. I think it's like 12, just to see like what my sleep setup is. So Since this video is sponsored by Motocamp Nerd, let me show you really quick. That is the Nemo Tensor Extreme sleeping pad. Folds down really small. Ember down quilt on top of it, and that's a Sea to Summit sheet that goes over your sleeping pad so that you're not sleeping directly on the vinyl if you're using a quilt, and it's totally worth it because you get sweaty and it's kind of gross. And then Sea to Summit Arrows pillow, and of course Nemo Pillow Luxury, and it's all in the Diamond Park. Nope, that is a sleeping bag. It's all in the Copper Spur bikepacking tent from Big Agnes. So I love this setup. It's very comfortable. I slept as well as can be expected last night. It wasn't because I was uncomfortable, it was just hot. But it's nice to come to camp with dinner already done so that we can just hang out. Take advantage of the currently nearby toilet, because, you know, that's not always a thing on this trip. But yeah, it's been a good day, Tater. Long day. We told ourselves we weren't going to do it again, and we did, but the problem is you're so far from anywhere. Sometimes you just got to keep going. Look what Lorn brought. Cigars. Oh, he got his whiskey out too. How's that really warm whiskey, bud?
Could go down real smooth.
We have the same flask.
Yeah. I know a guy.
Is his name Pan?
Oh, my lips are so chapped.
You should have taken that to the river with you.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for today. So, thanks to Motocamp Nerd for sponsoring this video, and the camping, and the trip. Thanks to you two for being spectacular traveling companions, and thanks to all of you for watching. But finish up Section 4 tomorrow, and then it's on the McGruder. So, lots to see. It is an incredibly long route. We're like a quarter of the way done, mileage-wise. Yeah, in 2 full days. It's a little chilly today. Warm right here by the fire, though. Oh, yeah.
It's amazing we get all this stuff in our bags when it's all spread out.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a little chilly this morning, but I'm just soaking up all the ambient heat off of Jet? Wow. Coffee, please go in, brain. Off of Jeff's crazy infrared burner. So, today's a weird one, because we have to finish. We got 125 miles left of Section 4. Not really sure where the gas is, because Elk City is the end of Section 4 and it's not guaranteed according to the map, but we're trying to avoid a 40-mile out and back to Riggins for gas. So, on the map, which I looked at camp last night, there's the, I don't even, Shishumi? Shishish? Something. Something stage stop. I don't mean to mock it. I'm mocking the ability that we can't remember it, not the name itself. But, and that is like only a couple miles down the road, and it's supposed to have gas, so we'll see. If not, then we're doomed to go to Riggins, I guess. Which, you know, might be nice to stock up on some actual supplies, because who knows when we'll see another city.
It is remote.
It is remote.
Yeah, this is a remote route.
We got some tea on why nothing's open in Yellow Pine. Apparently, every few years, a bunch of outsiders come in, think it'd be cool to live in the backcountry and buy up all the businesses, and then 5 or 6 years later, they decide they don't like living in the backcountry and they're not making any money, and they all leave at once, and that's why nothing's open in Yellow Pine right now. They all left at once. Oh, yeah. Welcome to day 4 of the Idaho... No. Shit. Welcome to day 3 of the Idaho BDR. Look at this bougie bitch.
I know, he's wearing like a, what is that? A
It's
Lululemon puffy jacket?
It's unborn baby yak fur.
That's exactly what it is. How did you know? That's why it's
Peruvian.
Woven by angels.
Oh, it's from the deepest cave in the Amazon, the silk of the rare spiders. And it's harvested by blind monks who spend their lives underground like Gollum.
They pray over it for 7 years before they even.
That's right. And they put it in whiskey barrels. It's just a little bit of hint of smoky flavor.
Yeah. It has an oaky.
What are we even talking about?
I don't know.
We lost the plot like a year ago.
Well, it's been a good evening, good camp spot. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here longer. The river's pretty. And as spots you find at 6:30 p.m. go, this one's pretty good. But time to say goodbye and continue on section 4. So it is day 3. We've done about 420-ish miles, which is a third of the route. Yeah, crushed a lot of miles the first day. Yesterday, not as many. It was really slow going over Elk Summit and all of that. So I don't know we don't have a solid plan for today. We got to kind of figure out where gas is and all that. But so we can either just try to get to Elk City, finish this section, and then start the McGruder first thing in the morning, or if we are able to get gas and make good time this morning, we could camp on the McGruder tonight. So we'll see how that works out. Don't know. That's the joy of a BDR. It's hard to plan, and it's even harder to plan on this one because services are inconsistent. That has been frustrating the whole time. I was not prepared for that. So it's not like they didn't tell me. I just don't think I understood what they meant by remote. We haven't seen a stoplight in 2 days. Well, this is where you get gas. It's closed. Yeah, it's too early. What time do they open? 11? Yeah, we're not going to make it. That is, see what I mean? It's just like, and like, no offense to these guys, like, I get it. You're not open all day. You got to be around when people are, there's only one of you running the place. You can't just be readily available whenever we need you. But yeah, there's a restaurant there too, but you'd have to come in middle of the day. So first thing in the morning, no dice. Continuing on, we may have to run to Riggins after all. Gas is hard to come by. Would not want to do this on a dual sport with a small tank. You're not going to believe this. Another amazing view. So road's getting real squiggly. You can see it on the map. About to be a lot of elevation change, I'm guessing. The bus! I found the bus! The famous Idaho BDR bus. Ew. Ah, there's broken glass everywhere. Shit. You gotta see the inside of this thing. It's like, basically, I'm inhaling tetanus right now. That's what's happening. Hey! Wow, you finally got to drive the short bus.
Moving right
Look at you.
along.
Oh, I got a good picture of that for Dallas, actually. I just want to show people the tetanus palooza in here.
I'm gonna spring up my bones.
Make sure you come and say hi to the Dork sticker when you
That's
come.
pretty rad.
And I put it where they wouldn't paint over it. This here is the Tetanus Express. Destination, your butthole. Butthole tetanus. Cool to see you, but we got more miles to cover, so I'm gonna get away before I cut myself on that thing. It's cool though, cool to see it. I've seen it in a lot of pictures over the years. It's just out here in the middle of freaking nowhere. Oh my God, we're high up. Ooh, oh buddy, oh buddy. We're about to drop some altitude. Oh man, I can see the road all the way down there. This is a landmark, so it's a significant descent. Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. I say look at that, and I know you can't see it, but look at the road right below me. That's right around the corner. That's where we're going, down. Right there. These will be some fun switchbacks. Oh man, the road is awesome. Impressive roadmanship here. How do they even make this? Look at it, all the way down there. Holy shnikes, dude. Over there. Cool. Gonna be some views over here. Just the relief, like the elevation change is crazy around here. Look at just a lot of just severe country. Yeah, this is the grade all the way down. That's where we're going. Holy sh! That's so cool. Iconic. I want to take a picture. That's what I'm gonna do. Look at it. I want you to see it. Yeah, this is one of the iconic pictures you see of the Idaho BDR sometimes, but the road is just, that's where we're headed. I gotta get a picture. I'm afraid of dropping my phone off this cliff. So yeah, there's some chunk. Honestly, that grade we came up from the creek yesterday was about the same. It was steeper, I think. This is way more like switchbacked and side hilled into the mountain. The other one was just like real steep. Oh, there's like a house at the bottom. So, you know, if you roll off the edge, you'll land in someone's living room. So that's good. At least you can see if there's any cars coming up. Like, definitely nobody else on the road right now, so we can use the whole thing. That's an advantage. Like, here's a switchback. Kind of tight, you might say. You might say it's a tight switchback. What do they even build these roads for? Is this a logging road? It's probably a mining road. I don't know. States with a history of mining seem to have the more interesting roads. Like, our forest roads are great for logging, but you don't get like in the most remote, you know, scenic places up on the mountainsides. The logging roads, they'll take the path of least resistance, but the mining roads have to get to where the ore is in the mountain. My wife won't watch my videos most of the time because she doesn't like when I ride on cliffs, so she's definitely not going to watch this one. There's definitely some cliffs. Some fun switchbacks. Holy shit, just look where we've come down, like, already. Like, we were up there. That's so cool. Well, you can feel the temperature rising as we come down. I wonder what the elevation change on this is. A few thousand feet anyway. I'd say guaranteed. Oh, there's Lorn. Oh, and Jeffy. The boys right there. Iconic. So iconic. It's Lauren and Jeffy. Lorn, not Lauren. Lorn just rhymes better. That was a fun stretch of road for sure. Iconic. A lot of iconic on this section, apparently. I think the next major thing on this section is the Florence ghost town. So, see what that's all about. You're not gonna believe this. Another gorgeous river that we're riding along. This is the Salmon River. Lauren saw a salmon last night in the river we were camped on. That's amazing to me. So they come all the way up the Columbia to the Snake to here. It's a lot of swimming. That's a lot of dedication to get back to a place to make some boom boom. But, you know, we've all been there. What a gorgeous river. I see the bridge. Another famous landmark on this particular route. Manning Bridge? I want to say Manning Bridge. I think that's what it's called. Thank you. That's cool, man. It's carved right into the rock face. Wow, super cool. Honestly, should get a picture, but there's a car behind us. Lame. Well, my chin camera takes pictures. Get one right here, actually. The decision has been made. We don't want to roll the dice on Elk City because we've had terrible luck with gas stops so far, so we're going to go into Riggins. It's about an hour detour off the route, but good place to maybe grab lunch, gas up, get some supplies, because we're going right into the McGruder after this, and we're going to be on our own for a while. So we're going to get it done. Those look like sheep? Are those big? I don't know what the hell that is. Some kind of antelope? What's up, guys? Hey, have a collar on? That one has a collar. They must be tracking him. What's up, guys? I should take a picture. Well, I guess there's no choice but to go by them. They seem unhappy about the idea. But, yeah. I guess you might get to see me get knocked off my bike, so that'll be fun. He's coming towards me. All right. I love you. Bye. Be cool. Thanks. Yeah, make good choices. That was fun. What the hell is that? It's not a bighorn sheep. It's like a mountain goat. Yeah. Why the hell couldn't I come up with mountain goat? Idiot. Idiot. Got some gas. Got the waters refilled. Headed back out on the out and back, directly back to where we left the route. About 100 miles left to Elk City and the ghost town. Florence is in between us and it, so probably get a chance to check that out. But I will spare you. It is admittedly a beautiful ride along the river, but you're not here to watch me ride on the pavement. Why are you here? I sometimes wonder. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What's life all about? Just epic. Just epic. All day. All day, every day. Massive, unbelievable, fantastic, super. This is the road up to the Florence ghost town, if you could call it that. It feels more like a bike path to me. It's very narrow. It's freshly graveled, but it's super slidey. And I don't have amazing traction on these tires, so taking it easy. I think it's 11 miles is what I just saw. Move, chipmunk. This part might be a little slower. We'll see. The difference between a mining road and a logging road. You don't have to get a log truck up a mining road. Log truck, oh my lord. You don't have to get a log truck up a logging. Nope. You don't have to get a log truck up a mining road, so they can be more narrow. Corners can be tighter. Because what were they using, donkeys back in the day? Well, the gravel is ended, so you can see the difference in runoff when you have it versus when you don't. Yeah, there's some ruts to contend with here. Hope nobody's coming the other way. Yeah, kind of hard to be on the other side of the road right now. Sorry, guys. I think I gotta just cross them. Yeah, not much of a road here. Oh, that's a whole sandy pit on the right. Probably third gear is a little high. Yeah, this is like a single track trail. Oh my god. Yeah, not much of a road. Like I keep double checking, are we off the track? Nope, this is the road. Why is the good line never on my side of the road? It's sketchy. So if you don't want to come up this, you could theoretically go to Riggins and then just right up to Grangeville and then over to Elk City from there. At least that's what it looked like on the map when I was playing with it last night. So there are options. This is probably the most challenging thing so far. Elk Summit was just like annoyingly rocky where I had to stand up, but it wasn't like difficult. And this isn't either if you pick a good line, but it's just, the hardest thing. I'm not saying it's hard. Maybe it could become hard. I could see that. That's what she said. Because of all this runoff, and the road's obviously not been graded anytime recently. We'll find out. Very impressed with this suspension on this Tuareg. I didn't tweak anything in the back except I cranked the preload up like 4 clicks because there's gear back there, probably 50 pounds of gear, and it is giving me zero trouble. Compliant, not overly rebounding and trying to throw me off the bike, not bottoming out. It's just been good and predictable. I hear a lot of good things about this suspension, and I'm no expert, but damn, it's been great for me so far. What have we here? Not much. Florence and the discovery of gold. Damn. Looks like there was a lot of shit up here. Oh, we're in town, apparently. Yeah, we're in the town, according to that. Alright, well, such as it is. Not so much a ghost town as a place where a ghost town used to be. That is not gear. But the cemetery is right up here. I know, because there's a sign. It's actually marked. Where's J-Dog? Oh, this one's fun. This is junky. Shouldn't be very far. So the Florence Ghost Town is just that raggedy old building and a sign? I don't know. Somebody who's been here before will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. There we go. Oh, there's a bathroom here. That's just really good to know. Like a little picnic area, actually. So you walk across this cool bridge. So the bikes are parked just right up there. See the boys coming down. And there's a gate and they're in the cemetery. With actual wooden headstones. Some of them are like, don't even have names, and it talks about how they died, like died in a gunfight, and it's a pretty cool spot, actually. Something to see. Let the boys get the gate. This is just like the road here. It's consistent, at least. Yeah, look at, there's 3 unknowns back there, 2 more here, 1 in the back, 2, 3 more. At least they were kind enough to bury the people they didn't know. I suppose they could be recreations. I want to believe they're not. Wow, this is a trip. We are in the middle of nowhere, and this is just out here. It's really cool that they preserved it. Yeah, you can see the graves. So, yeah, crazy. History. Well, that was cool to see. I'm glad we stopped. It's a very unique thing out here in the middle of nowhere to see the old Boot Hill Cemetery. You know, like that. Sort of read some of the names and the stories of their lives, sort of. The 4-word stories of their lives. Crazy. People lived up here. And I'm complaining because it took us a couple hours to get up here. Oh, what is it like back in the day on a burro? And it is 70 miles to Elk City. Section 4 is freaking long, dude. We were just saying 1,200 miles is pretty long for a BDR. Like, it might be worth splitting it into 2 600-mile BDRs. It'd still both be longer than Washington. And then you could feel good about doing half and then coming back and doing the other half. Anyway, let's see what the road is like. What kind of time can we make? Nice to get to Elk City before 5, just so if there is a limited access to infrastructure, we know it's maybe open still. I don't want to roll in at like 9, which is not going to happen, but we'll get there. Oh, look, a sand pit. Yeah, the Section 4 slog continues. Okay. Again, not saying that's the hardest thing ever, but it's the hardest thing on this route so far. That definitely was. Sand pit into steep climb. Alright, Lorn's up. We're good. Yep. Definitely got overly optimistic on the first 2 days. Or the first day, we were just crushing miles. It was easy, fast going. Less of that on Section 4. Section 3 was pretty fast too. We did it in the morning. It's 100 miles, 92. Who knows? Oh look, Idaho's version of Baby Head Hill. Oh yeah, yeah. You can see the line right through the middle. All the bikes are taking. Nobody else is out here. Yep, won't lose. It's downhill. Yeah. We don't want to turn on me. Stay out. Yeah. Yeah, sure, cool, yeah. Loving it. Loving it. Keep my tires inflated, kids. Hell yeah. Oh, looks like we're headed down to a good road, though. See how long that lasts. Well, we lost Lorn. The guys wanted to pull over and take a break, so I found a little spot on the side of the road that was shady and relatively flat, and I pulled in there. And Lorn rode by, and I waved at him, and he just kept going, so Jeff saw me, he stopped. So we just chilled out there for a bit, thinking Lorn might come back, but I haven't seen him yet, so we're gonna keep going on the trail and hope he's out there in front of us somewhere. Yeah, clearly he didn't have any problem clearing this. Clearly you do, clearly. See, that's why I brought a silky saw, if that was taller or higher, or a bigger log around, we'd have to cut through it to get through. So I'm just gonna take it easy till we find him. I'm not gonna haul ass, just gonna get back up potentially. That is a terrible section. That was some deep loose gravel. Out of nowhere. He'll be along the path somewhere. At least we know where we're going. So, the absolute worst case, I guess we end up in Elk City together. But I would hope he would stop before then. We'll find him. This is why we stop at intersections, because here he is. That's why we stop at intersections, you see?
I stopped.
I knew you'd be here. You rode right past me.
Oh,
Standing on the side of the road, waving at you, bright yellow arm. You were just like f***ing locked in. Wow. It was right before that tree you had to ride over.
Oh, I couldn't. It's between the shadows and the sun and everything.
Just right here. So good job. I was like, I bet he'll be at that intersection.
I thought you had blown. I was like, oh man, is Jeff down? I'm like, I'm not moving. I'm gonna stay right here.
Well, that's good, and that's why I was like, because we sat there thinking maybe you'd come back, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, I didn't even.
And then it was like, I'll just take it easy because it's a nice road. So yeah, it's perfect. And wait at the intersection. We'll come back or forward as we need
nobody's
to.
hurt.
Perfect. Did it perfectly right.
I'm glad I was like, man, I thought I'd either see you coming back up this way. I'd hope I'd see you coming this way. I was like, oh man, I hope he's not down or something. Whew.
Nope, we were just eating snacks. Jeff had a sandwich. All right, well, should we keep going or? Problem, crisis averted?
Crisis averted. That's why you stop at intersections.
That's why you stop at intersections. So if I'm reading the map right, it's this road all the way to Elk City. It's about 32 miles, so I'm hoping it is. Let's find out. Right along the river again. Terrible. Another river? You gotta be shitting me. Nope, there it is. Idaho, man. This is Elk City. There are 2 gas stations. Well, neither's a gas station, but 2 places to get gas, so let's hope that works. This is what we're looking for right here, the campground. Just one, yeah, well that is the thing. Is that it? That's right there? Yeah, it's right there. This is it, a grass campsite. I'm into it. It's in the shade. That's all I wanted to see. There's water, they have showers, Wi-Fi. Let's go. Okay, so we're camping literally in this guy's backyard, but it's super cozy, and I'm so glad we found it because showers, picnic table, grassy, shaded campsite. But I didn't feel like walking all the way down to the restaurant, and all of our shit is all over our bikes. So I've been threatening to make brats in a jet boil, or in this case, a cooking pot forever. So I'm actually going to do it this time. Better cheddar. Let's do it. Just taking a shower over there.
Hey, kitty.
Guys cooking food? Yeah. You guys making food?
That's an Elk City kitty.
The real problem is
Just got them in half.
tomorrow I won't rub my butt. It'll be fine. They're already cooked. They just need to be heated up. Tomorrow my coffee's gonna taste like hot dogs. This did not just boil over immediately, I promise. That did not happen. And put out the flame and I had to relight it. That didn't happen. That would not happen. Not to me, not to anybody. But make sure they're warmed through, you see. Jeff's making ramen with wieners in it. He's making wiener ramen.
And baked potatoes.
He's making ramen bomb?
It's called a ramen bomb.
Wiener bomb. Oh. That worked great. The trick is you gotta get the stuff that's already cooked. So, it doesn't have to cook through, it just has to be heated up. Another epic day on Idaho BDR. Day 3 is in the books. We have gone 550 miles, which is the length of the Washington BDR from start to finish, and we're not even halfway done with Idaho, so this one is pretty long. But I just want to say thanks to Quadlock for sponsoring today's video and this trip, and for making it possible for me to navigate this whole trip, because my phone is right there running Gaia the whole time. And if you're ever in Elk City, if you're running the Idaho BDR, highly recommend staying here at Riders Rest. I got a hot shower. There were elk right behind us, but bugling at us.
There's one back there too, behind the tree there.
There's a flushing toilet, great little campsite, garbage service, everything. So highly recommend it, really reasonably priced, and just sort of a hidden gem that if you didn't know was here, you'd drive right by. So big shout out and thank you to them for existing. But I gotta get some sleep because another long day of riding. Tomorrow is the McGruder Corridor, one of the largest wilderness areas in the country. It's 100 miles straight through, and that's what we're gonna try to complete tomorrow. Let's go. Jet engine, boys. Around. Good morning. Well, this was a great place to stay, so highly recommend the Riders Rest if you are coming through Elk City. The only thing that wasn't awesome was something was going on here at 5 a.m. and there was just like a whole lot of banging around. Didn't have my earplugs in and it woke me up and I was then awake, so a little bit less sleep than I was hoping for here, but nice to have a nice chill out of the way place with shade, showers. I'd taken 2 showers. What a luxury. Flushing toilets, lots of space for your stuff, nice grassy campsite. So I'm glad this is here, and if you're ever doing this route, highly recommend. You can get a spot here without reserving, but if you really want to make sure you get it, there's limited spots. I would call ahead. But it is day 4 of the Idaho BDR, and today we are doing the McGruder Corridor, which is one of the most vast, untouched wilderness areas in the country. It's like 100 miles to get through it, and it's supposed to be just absolutely amazing and beautiful, and one of the highlights of the trip. So looking forward to that, and we'll end the day, or at least towards the end of the day, we'll be in Montana. So we're gonna go, this is where the route takes a dogleg east out to Montana, up north, and then it comes back west over the Lolo Motorway, which is a big reason why this route is so long, because it has these 200 and some mile detours off of the north-south path, but worth it when you're out here this close to the McGruder. These overachievers are already packing up. Jeff got his tent up last, but it's already down, and I'm still drying out my rain fly and drinking coffee. But it's 7:14, so we'll get rolling. Maybe we'll get out of here by 8-ish, 8:30. Already got gas yesterday, so we're good to go. Let's see what happens.
All right, looks like we take a ride out of here. Lorn's moving, Jeff's moving. Good night. Woke up a little early. A little earlier than I would like. I don't really like getting up at 5 a.m. But it is what it is sometimes, so nothing to do but keep going and hope I sleep great tonight. Oh my God, the backpack adjustment. Why did I not do that days ago, bro? So much better. So the McGruder is one of the highlights of this trip. Let's hope it lives up to the hype. Well, first off, you're going to be shocked to hear that we are alongside a gorgeous river. Again. Somebody commented on a post I did on YouTube last night saying, yeah, the Idaho BDR is just a bunch of switchbacks up to a beautiful view and then a bunch more switchbacks down to a beautiful river. And yeah, definitely. That is definitely it. I don't know how long this pavement section goes. It came out of nowhere. It surprised me, but about 4 miles in is all. Just wanted to show you the unbroken streak of gorgeous rivers continues. Nez Perce Trail Road, Narrow Mountain Road, no services. 113 miles, apparently 8 hours of driving time. Yep, I'm gonna guess we're gonna do it in less than 8 hours. 113 miles to Darby. That is where we're going. Let's roll out, boys. Oh, I probably need my map though. There we go, that is helpful. That is helpful to have a map. 113 miles through the wilderness. No services. One of the longest stretches of wilderness in the continental U.S. It'll be an experience. Let's get there. Let's get there. These are the biggest damn slash piles I've ever seen. There's plenty of good lumber in there. This must be a beetle infestation they're trying to eradicate. I guess. I don't know why you wouldn't keep the wood otherwise. As you see that, they have to go scorched earth on those things. But slash piles are usually just branches and stuff. It's not usually logs. Dunno. I'm no expert on logging. Somebody can tell me what's going on there in the comments. Let me know. About 18 miles in, we're on the gravel. It's a really nice road. We can make good time on it, so that's good so far. No gorgeous views, but I will definitely let you know when we get to them, because I'm sure there's a few on this route. Yeah, so I forgot to mention this morning, Lorn got on his Onyx map, and there was a fire, like, right on the route. I didn't see anything on the, like, ArcSys official fire map, and it wasn't on the overlay in Gaia. So I was like, let's just go through and see if anything's closed. Worst case, we have to turn around, but I am seeing some smoke, so might be some drama today. Don't know. There were no signs. I mean, I feel like there'd be a sign at the beginning if the road was closed, but it may be new and they just haven't. I don't know. We'll find out. It could be nothing, but definitely seeing the smoke, which you can see up here, reminded me that that was a possibility today. There is for sure one fire directly on the route, but it's on section 9. But I was looking at the map and there's a super easy workaround, so not worried about that. It's not the fires I know about that concern me, it's the ones I don't know about. So we'll just keep going and see what we run into. Yeah, we're pretty close to a fire, I think. That's a lot of smoke. Like, I can't even see. We may not get any views today. Just smoke. There's a ton of camping out here. I've seen a bunch of really cool dispersed spots, and there's also just these primitive campgrounds. Apparently this is a campground. You can definitely park a trailer there. Now that's a tent spot with a fire pit. There's another one there. No fire pit. There's a couple over here. Yeah, so very primitive, but I've seen there's been a campsite like every few miles, so there's tons of camping out here. The only thing you gotta look out for is grizzly bears if you decide to camp out here, so, you know, there's that. I was gonna wait till there was like some gorgeous scenery behind me to talk about this, but I don't think that's gonna happen today with the smoke, so might as well just get her done. I know someone's gonna ask, people always do. Someone's gonna ask about what gear I chose for this trip, and I spent a lot of time thinking about it because kind of a unique thing where I got to ride 10 hours on the road to get here and 10 hours on the road to get home. But there's 7 days, 1,200 miles of off-road in the middle. And so, and also you have limited space, so you can't just bring everything, right? You can't bring the kitchen sink. And so you got to make compromises and think about what's what. So this is what I ended up with. First, the Leat 9.5 ADV helmet. Hands down, best helmet I've ever used. This is my third BDR with it this summer. And I've had it for 6 months, and I love it. So it's a little expensive. It's the high-end helmet, but it's the most comfortable helmet I've ever worn. I don't get that pressure point up front that I do with the climb helmets, or it's like after 3 or 4 hours, I just can't wear it anymore. I don't know that you need to go to the carbon, the 9.5, which is what I have. The 8.5 is plastic, and it's only like 4 ounces heavier, and it's like $100 cheaper, and there's way more colorways. So I might go with that one if I were spending my own money, but this is the 9.5. I love it. Great helmet. It comes with a $70 pair of goggles, like the goggles you've seen me wearing a lot lately. That was all included. It's got the nicest helmet bag. It's not like one of them free drawstring bags. It's a legit helmet bag you could take on a plane as a carry-on. As good as ones I've paid $30 for. So there's a lot of value in the package. So I like that a lot. And then as far as like torso armor, well, actually, and legs, I decided to go with what was going to be comfortable, but would also let me layer up so that I didn't have to have 2 different sets of armor. So I've got this is the Phase 2 armor from Moscow, and I've got this on my elbows and my knees. So it's a CE Level 2 elbow pad, super comfortable, super flexible. I don't love soft armor when I'm in the hardest, like if I'm riding on sharp rocks and stuff, and I might come down on something pointy. I don't love it, but on roads like this where you're going to hit the gravel and it's going to be fine. What is this? Oh, man. Green Mountain Lookout is right there. Yeah, we're also not like stopping at any of the freaking POIs because this route is just so damn long. Plus, there's nothing to see today. Let's smoke. So anyway, the Phase 2 armor, elbows and knees, and Moscow does a great job of accommodating larger people because I ordered the extra large knee pads just assuming I'd need them, and they were too big. So I had to order some larges. And I'm wearing the Moscow Kiger pants on the bottom. They're so comfortable, stretchy. They flow a ton of air because they're like a loose weave, but it's like wearing sweatpants. They're amazing. Now, are they the most abrasion-resistant thing for the highway? No, but you got to compromise. They're pretty abrasion-resistant. They're a lot better than like motocross pants or something, so that seemed like enough for me. And then up top, I have also this Alpine Stars. It's a pretty light, just a chest protector with a back protector. And I'm wearing it just over a jersey today, and I don't remember what model it is, but I'll try to link it for you. And then for the days on the trail where there's more highway, I've been wearing my my Climb Tactical Pro jersey because it's made out of the same mesh that the mesh jackets are made out of, so I feel like it gives you a little bit more abrasion resistance if you go down on the road, and still flows a ton of air because it's mesh. And then for the ride out and the ride back, I brought my Detour jacket, which I'm not wearing right now, obviously, but you can zip the sleeves off. So I was just wearing the vest part, so like my vital organs are protected over the, like I had over the armor, so I've got slide, I've got abrasion protection, I've got impact protection, and then my arms were out, so in the 90-degree heat, it wasn't the end of the world. It was much cooler, and I still had the CE Level 2 Phase 2 armor there, so if I went down on the pavement, it wouldn't be ideal, but I was at least somewhat protected. It was a compromise because I don't want to get heat stroke and pass out either. Always wearing my Alpine Stars Corozals boots unless I'm on super technical stuff, in which case I would wear my Tech 7s, but this trip's the Corozals. I probably have 15,000 miles on these. Every BDR I've done except Oregon, I wore these boots. So that's 4 if you count this one, which isn't over yet. And then Climb Dakar gloves because the touchscreen fingers work best and they're light and flow air well. I don't love them for the highway, so I have my MSR, their new ADV gloves, the ones that are basically a Revit sand, but a hell of a lot cheaper. That's what I was wearing on the highway. And the Flying Eyes Luzon glasses with the magnetic lenses, so I'm not wearing my goggles. I brought them just in case, but since I've been in front, the dust protection hasn't been as important, but I do want to protect my eyes, and this flows more air. And goggles are great, but your peripheral vision just disappears. Like I can't see my junk when I'm going pee. It's just I can't look down. So it's nice to not have that if you don't need it, and I haven't needed it yet. But they're there in the bag if I need them, and that is my gear for this trip. So I'll put links to all that stuff if you want to check it out in the description. And of course, I always appreciate y'all using my affiliate links when you can. Help support the channel. Doesn't cost you any extra, and it really does help finance trips like this. Honestly, you know, it's all business expenses, and the way I was able to do 2.5 BDRs this summer. I did 2/3 of Oregon, but I'm not counting it. Was because of all those contributions from all of you. So affiliate links: Rocky Mountain, Moscow Moto, Revzilla, Motocamp Nerd, all those places. Break Free, Cardo. I've got a 20% code for Cardo. If you need a Cardo, I've got one on this helmet. It's been great for music on the way up and the way back. You know, please click those links if you can. Help support the channel, but no more commercials. Let's just keep riding through the smoke here on the McGruder Corridor. Like a jungle in here. The wildflowers are gorgeous. They're all purple. Nice to get out of the burn scar a little, although these trees, some of them are kind of sickly. It's cool in here though. Just past the turnoff for Burnt Knob Lookout, which a couple of you recommended as a cool place, even if the road up there is a little gnarly, but I just don't see the point right now. Smoke's definitely getting thicker. I can feel it when I breathe. Like it's tasty. Kind of irritating. Not unbearable, just noticeable is all I'm saying. Yeah. I'm gonna have to come back and do the McGruder when it's not on fire, because I don't really feel like we're getting the whole experience today. Just the road with none of the views. Huh. This is not gonna be a very interesting video. Me just talking about smoke all day. I can imagine how cool this view is, normally. So that's neat. Some rugged country out here, I bet. The road got a little slower. Not difficult, just not flying around the corners like I was on the lower part. It's more like the McGruder Corridor today, for sure. I forgot where this damn fire is. Dude, this Tuareg is crushing it. This bike is awesome. Definitely the best value for $12,000. It's a lot of bike. It's very confidence-inspiring. I'm gonna do a full review at the end, which will be about 2,500 miles by the time I get home. So that feels long enough. Huh. Chunky. It's definitely the worst section so far of today. Again, I bet this is a gorgeous view, right? But today, smoke. Rock on, man. 2 more behind me.
I mean, it's a little better. I can see that that's a cool view. Only a quarter mile this building. 200 yards. It's better. How's it going, man? Are we close to the fire? Are we close to a fire?
Not much of it left down there. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
there was one down here.
Okay.
The majority of the smoke you see is from the big bear down on the Scenic.
Okay. So we're good to get through to Darby.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, good to know for sure. Thanks, man. Thanks for all the work you do. You guys are heroes.
All right, so you probably caught some of that, but basically there was a little fire off over here that they've just mostly put out. They're just still pumping water into it, but most of the smoke we're seeing is from a big fire farther away, so we're good. We're good to get through, he said. The road is open, so. Oh, that was bear shit in the road, for sure. Yikes. It was big, too. Grizzly, maybe? So, crisis averted. Continuing on. Kind of see the road across the way, across the valley, probably a canyon, on the other hillside. So I'm guessing that's where we're going. Visibility is definitely better. I can see the Jeep way down there, probably half a mile. It's nice. Another advantage of the burned out area, I guess, is you can see if cars are coming and plan accordingly. Looks like a red Jeep to me. People do not know the signals. They just don't. It's sad, really. So we're just about to come up on the McGruder campground. And if my odometer is telling me the truth, it's just about the halfway point, which is interesting because, oh, sick, cool bridge. Because that means there's 55 miles of wilderness in each direction. That's just how far you are from help at any given time right now. So that's fun. Yeah, here it is right here. So 55 miles to get help right now. So, you know, don't have an incident. Just continue on. It is a lot warmer down here, like 10 degrees warmer here on the lower elevation. There we go. Now you're gonna see it. Look at this. Ah, yeah. Beauty. Beauty. So the Bitterroot side has definitely been a lot easier. I don't know if you can tell. The road is a little bit faster. Just had a fawn run right out in front of me. A yearling still had its spots right in front of me and then started running up the road. So like I had to dodge it 3 times. I wasn't filming, but it's a good reminder to slow down a little. I was trying to find a place for us to stop and take a little break, and I've been looking for half an hour. There's been nothing that goes down to the river, not even a shady spot. Like that'd be fine if it was in the shade, but it isn't. Off the side of the road. It's kind of annoying. And I'm gonna guess it'll be smoother sailing from here on out because you don't usually put in a paved road and then have a shitty road between you and civilization. I don't know. I haven't seen that before. So that's my guess, but I'll let you know if that is not the case. Lorn's bike's overheating, so what I shouldn't have said that thing back there about it would suck to have a problem out here because, yeah. So we're like just running it for a little bit to see if the fan will kick on, if something's just funky there, but if not, they're gonna have to limp out to Connor, and then I don't know what. There's no civilization until Darby at least. It'd take a while to tow him out of here, but we could do it if we had to. Faster than calling for a tow truck, I bet. So I don't know, we'll see what happens here. Radiator overheated or overflowed, which is not good. There may not be any fluid in there. I don't know. Figure it out, figure something out, or else we're camping by this cool river. We're on the road into Connor. You'll never guess what's next to it. I'm not even gonna say it at this point.
So, sorry, I got to make a spectacle out of your troubles.
Right? See, right there.
The hose is not good, so that's what's happening. Must have hit her on a rock.
Must have hit a rock, yeah.
Yeah, so
Came up and hit it.
Just need to duct tape that bit to get to Darby.
I think I could probably limp it home.
Well, you're just gonna have to limp it to a city. You're not gonna have to limp it all the way home. We can definitely patch that hose. But that's good. It's something it's good to know what it is, and it's fixable, theoretically. Darby's like 6 miles up the road, and it's a much bigger town, so we're gonna go there, maybe snag a motel so that he can chill and let that bike cool off, and then there's an auto parts store, so he can get pieces if he needs them. That hose tape in particular will be necessary, and then maybe there's a motorcycle shop in Hamilton, I guess, so give them a call and see what they say. But we can't do anything here, because literally this is the only thing in Connor. So we're gonna go the 6 miles up to Darby, which is a slightly larger town. So we limped Lorn's bike to Darby. We're in Darby. We got a hotel. This is actually a cute little cabin at I forget the name, but it's the place with the cabins in Darby. It doesn't sound like he's gonna be able to get his bike going, so fan's not turning on, the hose is split and is spewing out coolant, and it's overheating. I feel like there's one more thing that I'm forgetting. So basically not something that we are confident we can fix, or not confident enough to take it up in the middle of nowhere again. So it sounds like he's leaving us. We're gonna go to dinner, so we'll talk to him about it. But Jeff and I are gonna continue on because it's actually, I looked it up, it takes longer to go around on the highway than it would be to just go back over Lolo. So we're gonna go back over Lolo and the Nez Perce Trail. That's the next section anyway. Probably continue on to Wallace and then decide from there, because Wallace is I-90, so Jeff's trying to get home a little earlier and just see what happens, but definitely going to do the next 2 sections, so that's the plan for tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to day 5 of the Idaho BDR. Yesterday ended on kind of a down note because Lorn's Ducati is overheating, there's a split radiator hose, and we're not really sure what the problem is. Tried patching the hose yesterday, and didn't really seem to help. So there's something going on. Maybe something got damaged when he went down. We don't really know, but he's wisely made the decision to not try to continue to ride it on the BDR, because, you know, if we get halfway through Lolo and it breaks down, we're 50 miles from anything. So he is just going to load it up on a U-Haul this morning and take it home and leave us. So Jeff and I are going to continue after we help him this morning. It's going to be kind of a late start. And so today we haven't quite finished section 5, but the rest of it's just highway up to Lolo. That's the end. So we're like 30 miles from there, I think, maybe 40. I think we're going to lose about a whole day because of this whole thing. We lost maybe half a day yesterday. We would have gotten a lot farther. And this morning is going to be another half a day. It's probably going to be 11 before we can even get moving in the direction of the BDR. So I think, unfortunately, that's going to mean we don't finish the whole trip. Jeff doesn't have that much time, and frankly, I really should not be away from home that long, and it's not smart for me to continue on by myself, even though this route is not super difficult. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of awesome stuff on sections 8 and 9, but my goal is to make it to Wallace. That's where I-90 is. That'll be the easiest place to jump off and head home anyway. So we stayed here at the Traveler's Rest Inn. There's the afflicted Ducati, and then Jeff is just around the corner. I think his room is on the back side of that. So this is a nice little place. It wasn't horribly expensive. Cozy, cute little cabin. I showed it to you yesterday. But, you know, as landing places go, it could have been worse. But yesterday was like 93 degrees, so we just needed to find a place where we could stop, get some air conditioning, get some shade to look over the bike and make a plan. And so we ended up here in Darby because there's nothing in Connor. But we're gonna have some breakfast this morning, then we'll gear up, load up, and get moving. I feel like I would be remiss if I don't take a second and mention my Butler Maps Idaho BDR map that I've been pulling out every night and looking at to get a preview of the next section. These things are awesome, not expensive, great planning tool. You're not navigating with it, obviously, but it's a great thing to kind of pull out each night at camp and also just to have as you're planning the trip. So, not sponsored by them, but I do have a discount code, Dork in the Road, save you 10% if you decide to pick up some maps. And that is an affiliate link, so I get like $2 if you buy one, but mostly just want you to save the money. It's a great resource. Definitely get one of these if you're going to do a BDR. Well,
What's up, dog?
Lorn, as you're loading up for your final journey, any final thoughts or words of wisdom for us? How you feeling?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah?
You know, disappointed that it didn't get to finish the route, but thankful I made it here, and we're not dragging this thing off the McGruder somewhere. I think we're all thankful that happened. So
For sure.
there's a lot of worse situations that could have happened. I'm not injured. I'm not hurt. No one's hurt. You know.
Not yet.
It's definitely a long route. You know, for sure. But great breakfast this morning. We're gonna try to limp it into Hamilton, where I'll load it up into a U-Haul, and then I get to do that drive back to Silverton, Oregon.
What are you thinking is wrong with it at this point?
At this point, after doing all the research last night, so probably what happened is the thermostat got stuck closed. And so the bike overheated, and when it overheated, it split the hose down here, where we got the hose tape on to try and keep it cooling in. Fans are working. It seems like everything else is working, but because the thermostat is just buried inside this thing, I don't think I can get a Ducati thermostat in Darby, Montana.
No, that's probably not going to happen.
And, you know, even if I could get it running to the point where it's rideable, I just don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm 100 miles from everything. And then I just put you guys in the same situation. We got to get a bike out of the wilderness. So,
Discretion is the better part of valor.
that's what they say. Live to fight another day.
Yeah,
So,
dude. Well, we'll get you all loaded up and situated.
I had a great time.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Very, very thankful. And
Great having you along.
well, thank you. It was a good trip. Appreciate it.
Yay. All right, well,
Hey,
thanks
thanks,
a lot,
guys.
buddy. There it is.
I'll see you in a
There
couple
it is.
weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Door camp out. Here we come.
Off the highway, onto some gravel. Good times. Let's crush some miles. Let's get her done. Yesterday was weird. It's good to be back on the trail. Let's hope no more mishaps. Knock on wood. That was me hitting my own head. Yeah, anyway, Idaho, we're riding. Boop. Wildflowers, gorgeous. Bushes, awesome. Section 6, yay. Well, the road got a little better, or worse, as the case may be. It was just super fast gravel, like we're averaging 45 miles an hour to this point. And honestly, I was about to say, you have the option to skip that first part of this section and just stay on the highway until this track intersects the highway. I forget, there's a thing there, like a lodge there, I forget what the name is. And it might be worth doing that, especially if you're trying to make up time. I should have done that today, but I didn't, because I want to see the route. But yeah, having seen a lot of it, I kind of think that might be an easy move. Unless you're looking for camping, there's been a few decent spots out here so far, but now we're into at least a little chunkier, so I'm, standing, so it's less cruisy and more ridey. See how it is. So here's where it connects to the road again. So you could have just taken the highway all the way around, which at this point, having ridden this whole section, I would recommend. So let's keep going. Another river, no way. And this road follows the river? I can't believe it. I just can't. Here we go. You were about to discover the ground. That rock rolled right out from underneath me. Oh. Lolo Trail is a National Historic Landmark and on the National Register of Historic Places. No services for over 100 miles. All right, cool. Wow, there's Wi-Fi here? That's nuts. So this, according to the sign, is the beginning of the Lolo Motorway, Lolo Pass. It's the old Nez Perce Trail. It's the way that the Native Americans guided Lewis and Clark over the mountains. So it's a historical trail. We're walking the footsteps of Lewis and Clark, which is pretty cool. Damn, dude, so there was a trail here just on the edge of this freaking cliff? Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, look, we're going up there. We're going up there. There's a sign back there that said motorhomes and RVs not recommended. Yeah. That's so cool. I gotta get a picture of this road. I just need to get a picture of this road. It's pretty awesome. Oh, I should also just definitely just shut the bike off so I crash. That's way more fun. This is Colorado-y, I'll give you that. That's what it looks like. It reminds me of Cinnamon Pass or something. Not as steep yet. But you know, give it time. It's nice to be able to see there's no one coming down the trail. That's weird. Giant hole in the middle of the road. We're going back into the damn smoke. We're going back over the mountain like where we were on the Idaho side yesterday at the beginning of the McGruder. I'm feeling it's going to be have a detrimental effect on our views again today. Like the two most scenic parts are ruined by smoke on this trip. To come back and ride them both later to see them. Yeah, make no effort to move. That would be dumb. Oh, I'm going by, so it's okay. Ooh, I got it. Ooh. That was a Virginia plate, so I'm guessing they're not from around here. It's gonna be harder for Jeff to get by that unless they pull over because he's got those big panniers on that thing. Yeah, that's rocky. That's rocky. It's a little loose in places, but oh man, this is a picture I need right here. Oh my goodness, beautiful. I want to see me do something real dumb. Yeah, let's go right here off the edge. I gotta get past this tree. All right, let's take that picture. Can't imagine walking this trail. Oh yeah, it's a little loose. Bink, bonk, bink. Clanging off that barely a skid plate. I wouldn't even call it that. It is a rock deflector though, so it's doing that at least. Oh, there's a lake down there, cool. And a switchback and more rocks. Oh, fuck. Oh, that rock rolled right up from underneath my front tire and it hopped left about 4 inches. Whew. That was not good. Oh, that was a butt pucker and a half. Gotta commit and keep rolling. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Well, the BDR says this is the second easiest BDR. So I was surprised when I read that it had some intermediate terrain on it, but I think we found it. So that's not a lie, at least. God, it's still going up steep. Thank God I got that traction control off. Yep. Yippity-doo-dah. That's first gear, baby. Whew. Yeah, still going up. Still going up. Ooh, slippery. Okay. You get like a little respite. And then it's flat. Okay. Not that steep. Good. There we go. That part was fun. We only gone like 11 miles on this 85-mile section, 80-mile section. So I would say it's definitely more difficult than the McGruder at this point, for sure. Yeah, just because of all the loose stuff. I just don't know. Like, there could be someone coming around the corner, so I don't want to commit to the outside line. You gotta take it slow. Jesus Christ. These tires also suck, but I'm trying not to think about it too much. Yeah, see that sideways stuff? That's the tires being bad. I'm pretty impressed with the suspension on this Aprilia in here because I'm not getting a ton of deflections at all. It's just soaking it up. Rocks are rolling out from underneath the front, but suspension can't prevent that. But deflections, like it's not hitting rocks hard and trying to send me in one direction or the other. It's just eating it and letting me continue on my line, letting me track straight. And that is super helpful. So this is a great stock suspension on this bike. It's really good. I've heard that before, that this is, well, I'd sort of experienced it in Moab, but this is the first chance I've had to give it an extended test. Damn, dude. That's some rocks, bro. It's a little chunky. This is a hell of a quad lock ad right now, too. Oh, damn, bro. Damn. Oh. Fun, but it is tiring. It's nice that it kind of smooths out for a while to give you a break, and then you hit another chunky uphill section. It's like interval training or something like that. What do we got going here? Oh my God, more rocks? What? Fine. Dude, Lorn would have hated this. He did not like the rocky sections on the McGruder, and this is way worse and way longer. Damn, dude, this suspension is so good. Keeping that wheel on the ground. Even the rear is not really sliding much. It's just pumping up and down, staying on the ground. Good shit. And it's fully loaded, don't forget. Not only with an overweight rider, there's probably 50 pounds of gear back there. Really impressive, Aprilia. Well done. Ooh, yo, don't blow that corner. Yikes. Indian Post Office. So this is where the Native Americans would like leave messages for each other and like mark that they'd been here and stuff. And it's not like a post office, it's just a pile of rocks. But it's like a marker point along the way. A lot of history right here. A lot of people for a long time. I bet the view's pretty good when it's not all smoky, although I bet they saw some smoke back in the day too. For sure. I hear our Tenere friends coming. We ran into them in Jarbidge, and then we just caught up to them here. So, bam, there they go. Teneres. It's the post office. Later, dude. I don't know if we'll catch them or not on the back end. Yeah, they're just like, screw it. Go. Not good. Yeah, that was not a great time to take my hand off the bars. But we survived. See you guys. This is the most fun part of the whole route so far. I'm just gonna say it. When did I become a person that thinks more difficult stuff is fun? I think it's because a lot of the route is just like super fast gravel, which is fun too, and it gets super monotonous. At least this, there's some variety and challenge. It's engaging. You know, the terrain is changing. I'm sitting now, but we'll come around a corner. It'll be another one of those rocky hill climbs. Like, just don't know what to expect. It's more interesting, for sure. All the signs up here are wrapped in aluminum foil, like they're worried about a fire coming through. That's a concern. I think they'd close it if we were in any danger, but... So my concerns about the fire, there's clearly something in the area, but we're going that way, so I think we'll be okay, theoretically. Yeah, once we got past that intersection, it's a whole different road. So, the hard part might be over. That was fun. Then I caught up to those guys, and they let me by, and then they were just riding my ass the whole way down. It was really fun, kind of just trying to go fast and blast down and stay ahead of them. Probably not the smartest thing I've ever done, but I was trying to be careful and make sure the corners are clear and stuff, but it's just fun to do that sometimes, to have a little friendly competition. So thanks for that, fellas. That was really fun. Now we're headed down the mountain to Pierce, theoretically. Houston, we have a problem. I just knocked my kickstand spring off, and the bike won't run because it's hanging down. So I can strap it up if I have to, but then I'll have to, I won't be able to stop without unstrapping it. So let's walk and see if I can find the damn thing.
Did you find it?
I did. It was all the way down there at the corner. That's a bolt that goes into the back of the kickstand, and it's broken. So that's not a trail fix. Just gonna have to use a rock strap or something to hold it up and ride, lean it up against trees, because the kickstand switches. Maybe I can disable it in camp. Maybe there's a way, but I'm not gonna do it up here. I wish the electrician was still with us.
Right?
But no! Jeff is using a valet strap to hold it up because the kickstand switch will make it so. That's how I knew it came off, because it died if it hadn't.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
No kidding?
I was freaking out, hoping. I was like, oh no, the engine! But no, kickstand switch is best case scenario there. Hey, it works! Good job, buddy! Maybe I can find it, figure out where the switch is. If I can get to the internet, I can look it up, and maybe I can rig something up with a zip tie or whatever, like I did on my 390. Have to take a look when we get back, but obviously I can't look it up right now, so just got to get back. Easy fix. I was on the side of the road, not even 10 minutes. Oh, as mishaps go, it could have been a lot worse, and I have been pounding that thing pretty hard for the last 4 hours or so. I guess the loose rock is not done with us yet. Neither are the views. Idaho is unrelenting. No issues with the kickstand fix so far, so that's good. The strap's holding. I'll know immediately if it fails, because either the engine will die or that kickstand will plant in the ground and throw me off the bike, or both. That'll be fun. I don't know what it is about this section. Jeff and I just talked about it, but it feels like I'll ride really fast for what feels like 2 hours, and I look down and no miles have been ticked off. It just seems to go on forever, and it's like we're past the super exciting part. I get a cool view once in a while, and some rocky, chunky stuff, which at this point I'm becoming tired of today, but it just doesn't seem to end. So technically there's 20 miles left until we get to Pierce, and all my grand plans I just have greatly underestimated how much time it was going to take to do every section of this. So pretty wiped out again. It's 5 o'clock. Admittedly, we got a late start, so if we'd gotten out at 8, we'd have been able to finish this at 3. It's still way longer than I expected. It's awesome. The highlight of the trip, or one of them, was riding this Lolo Pass, but right now I just want to be at a restaurant eating dinner or something, and it just seems like the Twilight Zone, like I'm on a treadmill and then just never ever reach the end of this track right now. That's my feeling in my heart. I don't know why. It's only 150 miles, but it feels so much longer. That is a long section. Not long for this BDR, but it's long for most BDRs.
Hello, friends. You may notice I am no longer in Idaho, and in fact, I am home in my garage in Oregon. It is 2 days since that last clip that you saw as we were coming down the mountain and finishing up section 6. So once we got to town, had dinner, and really just started thinking about the rest of the trip or what was left. Jeff was planning on leaving the following morning, so we were only going to get a few more hours of ride in, at least together. If I'd gone on from that point, I would have been even farther from home, and it just seemed like we are pretty much done. We're not even going to get another section done. If we had somehow gotten done with section 6 and partway into section 7, it would have been worth trying to finish section 7 before lunch and come home, kind of thing. But as it was, section 6 seemed like a pretty good stopping point. It was 900 miles on the trail, and it just seemed like we lost Lorn, and then Jeff was already planning on leaving, and then my kickstand broke, and just the thought of having to reach down and attach it with a Moscow strap the whole time while hoping nothing worse happened to it. It's just what? Sometimes it's time to call it, and it was just time to call it. So 5 days on the trail, 7 days total on the trip was where we ended the Idaho BDR, and I am now home. I have a thought, a plan, an idea for getting back there to do the last 3 sections. And it seemed like the other thing was like 3 sections seems like it's worth coming back, making another trip for, but like 2 or 1.5, would it even be worth it? I don't know. So seemed like a good stopping point. We'll get the rest in later, but I hope you enjoyed the trip. I hope you enjoyed the adventure. I certainly enjoyed the adventure. I want to say thanks to Jeff and to Lorn for coming along on that trip. And thanks to the people who were hospitable along the way, and all of you for watching, obviously. And there's some other gear, there's some other videos in this playlist. So there's a gear video, and there'll be kind of a debrief video, I think maybe on the Motocamp Nerd channel about the gear I used, if you're interested in that. But that does it for this Idaho BDR trip. It was a good one, had a great time. Idaho's beautiful, and I can't wait to go back. So links to all the gear I use are in the description. If you want to click those and support the channel, you can. And if you just want to see what it looks like, what's that tent all about, there's a link in the description. But for now, and as always, from Chewy and myself, I just want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for coming along. I appreciate you. And please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.
Excellent!